What it is, gamers, peace and grease here, and I am back in Cyberpunk 2077. Why, you may ask? Well, that would be because of update 1.30. One of the biggest updates for Cyberpunk to date. At a whopping 40-something flippin' gigs, it is a massive update. It does not, however, bring a large influx of new content, sadly. It does, though, bring quite a lot of bug fixes, changes, and improvements to the game. In fact, Cyberpunk 2077 is in the best state that it has ever been. And if you're curious about Cyberpunk, or you're interested in it, or you're thinking about playing it, now is the best time to get into this game. With that being said, it did also give us a couple of pieces of additional content. We're going to be talking about how you get them and showing you each one of them. Before I do, though, let me say CD Projekt Red could have washed their hands of this game, could have turned their back on it, walked away from this game in the same fashion of BioWare and EA with Mass Effect Andromeda. They left a lot of fans in their wake waiting for some DLC for Mass Effect Andromeda, which will never be coming. Okay, well, maybe not a lot of fans of Mass Effect Andromeda, at least 2 fans that are still waiting for DLC. All joking aside, kudos to CD Projekt Red for actually sticking with this game and continuing to improve it. I mean, it shows a level of integrity and responsibility that I personally commend. With that being said, let's take a look at this additional content. Number 1, you're looking at it, the Quartz Bandit. Now, this vehicle will become available after you finish one of the early missions with Pan Am, Ghost Town. Now, on this particular playthrough, as you see, I'm at the very end. I've done a good majority of the side jobs and main jobs, and I still had to wait a good 3 or 4 days for this to finally show up. What I did was just, while in game, I came into this menu, skip time 20 hours, I waited several minutes for any type of notifications, and then skipped another 20 hours and just did that 3 or 4 times, and finally I got a message from Dakota, came out here to the Badlands, and I picked it up. Now, the car looks really well done, really in the same way that a lot of the vehicles are done. The details on this car are very good, and it sounds amazing. It kind of reminds me of almost an AMX. If you don't know what those are, you have to look them up. It's an American Motors experimental. One of my dream cars, in fact, from 1968, 69, and 70. A lot of people think Corvette had the only 2-seater kind of sports car or muscle car back in the day, but they didn't. American Motors, AMC, also had one, and it was the AMX. But this kind of reminds me of that. It looks good, it sounds good. Let's take it for a quick spin, and you'll see what I mean. So here is the inside of the Bandit, done to the same level of detail as the rest of the vehicles. Into a barricade. But that is the Quartz Bandit. Nice looking vehicle. We also received a couple of new jackets for V, which we will take a look at right now. The first, as you see here, is the luminescent jacket, which is a very reflective red, or kind of a chrome red looking jacket. Good looking jacket. And then the second is the Delta Jock jacket here, which really gives it kind of an old school bomber look. Also a very nice looking jacket as well. Now, if you're wanting to find these 2 new jackets, you can find them in V's apartment stash. Now, be warned, I had quite a bit of legendary and epic clothing in my stash, so I did struggle to find these. But remember to look for the Delta Jock title as well as the luminescent title, and you should be able to find these. Now, these did scale up to my current level, as you can see, the luminescent being at 172.2 and the Delta Jock being at 174.5. So these are definitely going to be upgradable, and so you can pick them up and grab them if you like them. The third piece of additional content we received was an alternate look for Johnny. Now, I struggled to try and get Johnny to spawn in or show up in a cutscene so that I could show you his alternate look. But of course, I can't get him to show up. With that being said, if you're wanting to apply this and take a look at it yourself, put it on and play the game, and you should at some point encounter Johnny. How you do that is while you're in the main menu, the starting menu, not in game. You're going to go into your settings, and then at the top here you should see additional content somewhere. And when you click to that tab, you'll see Johnny, and you can switch it to the alternate look. And then as you play the game, Johnny will show up for you at some point, and you'll be able to take a look at him. But that pretty much covers update 1.30 along with all of the additions. Let me know what you guys and gals think down in the comment section below. I respond to everybody that does. And until next time, peace out.